You then decide to come here after finding a room that may be the way out, but you're not certain. And after exploring a little bit, you find this area which got a bunch of scrolls, thousands of scrolls.
Okay, so thousands of scrolls. Does any of the mages want to take a look and see if they're magical? Alright, I'll ask the NPC mage to see if any of them are magical.
Quite a few.
Cool. Can we find out what they are?
Sure, they're mixed in amongst the area.
Mark, my Discord crashed, and I actually need to hear the sum up. I'm sorry.
Okay. So yeah, after the so to long story short, party is the solvers and the catalyst of a thousand-year-old prophecy in the deserts of Vilarum. One dealing with a Ifrit Paja, uh, lord who had, when freed before, was wreaking havoc amongst the area. Uh, in the process of fulfilling the prophecy, the group had inadvertently freed the the Ifrit Paja, setting off the prophecy. Um, During the course of the adventure, they had to find five very large gems of the star variety for each gem. They managed to find all those after various adventures in the desert, overcoming riddles and puzzles and death traps and whatnot. They're now here. The last step was to bring into the um, tomb of Martek, the guy who created the prophecy. Um, and there are some things to be found here. So you guys managed to make your way in, and you just started to explore. Found a large circular room with three statues and what appears to be the body or of somebody in the center. Uh, Room full of magic books. On the way out, supposedly. And now you're in this room, which is a vast room, contains racks that are filled with thousands of scrolls. I'll just go through and give you what you find. Of these scrolls, you find a scroll of polymorph, scroll with seven mage spells. I will determine those randomly. Two scrolls that anyone can use, scroll protection from undead, and scroll protection from petrification, and two more scrolls of spells. One with four spells to be determined, and one with five to be determined.
Mark, will those be listed somewhere, or do we need to write those down?
Uh, I've got them listed. I'll put them in the chat here.
Okay, cool, thanks.
And for non-magical, what are those?
You finally have the list of birthdays that we need.
Well, I guess while they're doing that, might as well search around for secret passages or anything.
Okay.
While who's doing what?
That sounds like a thief job.
Do I hear someone in need of a thief job?
If you could be so kind to search around, secret passage or anything.
Oh, secret passages. Well, I shall search the other for secret passages. Here, starting in this corner.
Okay. And he did.
And I. Hmm.
As soon as you're doing your searching thing, you hit that corner. The panel in the door, panel in the wall, silently with a soft hiss, slides open.
Oh my god, we found something.
I found something. Okay, excuse me.
Sure, take all the glory.
It's okay. I shall now search for traps here, just in case this secret place is fraught with danger. Careful, looks like the floor is filled with cracks and Clulian filigree on the floor. Lovecraftian. Yes, Lovecraftian filigree.
So looking at it, looks kind of like the room on the other side.
Room. Other side. On the.
Yeah, you're.
Yes.
Very strange.
Now, somebody did something to activate something on the other side, right? It's like writing on something. It opened up a portal or something.
Yeah, strange writings are carved in all but two of the walls of this octagonal room. On the two walls without carvings, one is the arched exit, and the other is very smooth and white, which is the wall opposite. So there's nothing here on this far wall.
And the room looks empty.
Hmm. Well, at least it's not filled with fucking liberal snowflakes. Let's see. I shall take a couple of steps. If I didn't find any traps, that is. I shall take a couple.
You didn't find any traps.
Okay, take a look around.
I'll
As,
follow Jer.
as you do, the
Oh,
mural on the walls start to change shape and form and become something that can be readable.
Damn. It's too bad I'm illiterate. Can anyone read? Anyone? Anyone?
allow,
I can read some
allow me.
things.
Is it magical writing? Get the mage in there.
No, the depending on whoever's looking at the writing, it conforms to something that they can read, be it Elvish script, Dwarven ruins, um, human script, whatever.
Or in the case of the thief, pictures.
Yeah, you can.
Pictures. He can't read. Pick and spot.
Hmm.
So what does it say? I read it quietly.
Turn in min. Nah, hang on. Turn in minlink giraffe jack. Words of power here we speak.
Words of power.
Just like the other room. I was like this.
That's right, because the mage just read it aloud and then a portal opened.
Let's not do that.
Well, it's just a portal to another one of those nice cities. Could be a nicer city.
Which
They
city was
all
the other one?
okay. So also on the walls, some other writing appears.
What does it say?
That was what's the first set, and here's the second set. You are not lost with the gems of stars. Bid his return from very far. Replace the gems that once were hid, and light shall form life's pyramid.
Did anyone find any gems?
Yes, the party did manage to find five gems of exceptional size, with that were of the star variety for that particular gem. One was a softball-sized opal. Um, each of these stones, each were about the size of they're pretty good size.
Does there appear to be placements for these gems
Ah,
anywhere here?
no.
Probably in the big oval room.
Hmm.
So, Tiger, as you read out those words, the turn in mid link, the city of Dengar appears upon the back wall.
I'm sorry. What is this? What is this city we're seeing?
City of Dengar is the dwarven capital of Rockholm.
I don't think I'd like to go to the Dwarven capital, but it is nice to know it's there.
Does anybody remember what was the city on the other side?
Glantry City. It's what Ariel was thinking of when he said those words.
And what is that city of?
It's Venice. It's the Venice of magic. Okay, canals instead of streets, mage and spell use everywhere. Glantry City is the capital of the Magocracy principalities of Glantry.
Well, what to do now? Do we have a leader?
We did, but he
De
disappeared.
facto.
Are we done here? I think if we're not done here, then there's nothing much we can do. Did the other one close up on its own after you didn't go through?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, after a few minutes it might get closed.
I would suggest we do the same with this one. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, we still have the big room to search.
The room that you had caught the glimpse of before.
So which door should we use to go into the big room?
Good question.
I'm guessing the ones at the front where we could see through and see the crouched guy. Just, making a general observation. I'm gonna go back to the front area since
Okay.
this is all done and we've already searched here. You guys can come whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
I mean, this
You're
is great.
in the wall. Yeah, outside of Forgotten Realms, I don't think there's any other thing that's as lore heavy as the Mystara setting.
All right, so this is where we were when we were able to peek through.
Yep.
And this is where the rogue was sitting. The huntsman was sitting. Jar Jar Binks. And waiting for a backstab attempt.
Where did you guys go? You left the room, right?
Yeah, they left.
Down south.
Wait for me.
Do do do, you hit it? I'm now Jer the Beast Slayer.
Yes, the druid is in front of the fighter. Perfect.
And what are we doing back here?
Well, when they were here, when you first entered into the temple complex, this door, they said the doors was open, and it's why you can only see, why you can see into it.
The main entrance into the large room.
I will read the description. In the middle of of a vast dark area, a single pillar of light shines down from an immense dome overhead. That strikes the top of a round platform 20 feet above the floor. Stairs rise up from the sides of the platform to the skeleton of a man, bathed in the brilliant light. The bones are laid out so that the feet point toward the east and the skull to the west. On the skull is a metal headpiece. that reflects the light into three beams, each of which strikes a giant statue. The room is hushed. Once your eye adjusted to the gloom, it's possible to see that the room is circular, about 160 feet across. The domed ceiling is about 100 feet above the head, above the floor, and four sets of golden doors lead from the room to the 4 points of the compass. A small, dark figure is hunched against the north set of doors. Each of the statues stands 30 feet tall and appears to be of a giant, jinn, wearing a high turban and holding a giant scimitar before him. There is a hole in the front of each turban, as if it were a setting for a very large gemstone.
All right, I'll step in. Cautiously draw my swords, move to the left of the room.
I think I beat you there. So, yeah, I'm in the center, checking stuff out. You folks didn't already check this room out? Oops.
No, we haven't even been in it yet.
Well, it's kind of nice. Do you still have those stones? I would not advise putting them into these turbines.
Why not?
Looking at the skeleton that's resting here on the floor, you notice that there are two sockets in the floor bracketing the skeleton. There's a socket about the size of a softball at the head, and another socket, again, the size of a softball or a grapefruit, at the foot and his feet.
Well, the reason I would not advise symboling whatever this is because we don't know what this is. Have we been given any assurances? I mean, the last riddles talked of when that which was hid was and lost, that the return bid his return from very far. Whose return? Is this a good thing? I mean, these are the things I think of.
Yes, you're basically sought to look for Martek's sphere of power. All signs seem to lead that the five star gems were needed to unlock something.
Well, it seems from the last riddle that this would bid his return from very far, meaning somebody. So, who do you think this the skeleton here is? I'm really sorry. Oh, hi. By the way, my name's Rena.
Rena?
Um, is for the people that have been here for a while. Yeah, they will probably tell you that this is probably the tomb of Martek, the mage who authored and penned the prophecy so long ago, who first imprisoned the uh, Ifrit Paja.
I do not understand anything you just said.
Okay, so about 1,000 years passed. The sage Martek had defeated a Ifrit Paja in combat with the aid of five very large star gems that he created, and and he imprisoned the Ifrit, and said that in 1,000 years hence, heroes will come by to fulfill the prophecy because the Ifrit will be loosed, and that part of it was to seek his sphere of power. And as you're exploring and discovering things out, you there, there's something about Martek's return, and everything seems to point to this tomb.
Yeah, so about that. So, it seems to me that while it might sound like this will bring back Martek, have there been any large Ifriti sightings in the area? Because if the
Okay.
Ifriti hasn't come, it sounds like we would be the ones prophesied to bring it. And that's not necessarily a good thing, unless we can control it. If we can control it, that's a whole other animal.
the Ifrit has been loosed by the party, has been cited,
They already did it.
has been cited a couple times by the party, been confronted at one of those sightings in combat with the party and fled. The party has also freed a Jinn who went soaring after the Ifrit, looking for the Ifrit for combat. And they've seen presences of them in their passages across the desert.
So you're saying my warning's too late, aren't you?
More or less.
Hindsight being 2020 as it is. So said Ralphie.
So where's that guy that was crouching last time we looked in
He's
here?
by the north doors. Again, I didn't put a token on there for him, but he's by the north doors. Let me just throw something on there for you guys.
Hello there. So I don't guess you know what this room was really for. Is this where we summon Martek back? I'm just asking. I'm asking
Yeah, no.
for a friend. I'm asking for a friend.
So,
So the guy is unconscious?
no.
Deceased?
It is dead.
You
There's
guys were
dead and there's mostly dead.
Yes, and there is a open door just to him. No apparent wounds
Well,
on the body.
yeah, Marina will actually go and check out the body, looking for any idea about how it died, scar
There
marks, holding
is
marks.
there is shock or surprise on the body, like a very happy surprise on his face. There are no marks of wounds or anything.
happy surprise?
Are his pants down by his ankles? Just asking.
No,
Okay.
You said the door's open?
door is open.
And what do we see through the open door?
But you see through the open door.
Oh, I searched the body.
I wouldn't touch the body.
Too late. I'm already kind of there.
Find nothing.
We need the thief. Where is everybody else?
So no +8 ring of protection. Okay.
Everyone else is still by the south entrance.
Dargar's moving up.
Jazz going to roll up, but not till after taking a look at this skeleton in the center of the.
Yeah, again, he's lying as of state. Again, there's two softball-sized sockets, one at the head and one at the foot, at his feet. And there are three sockets in the turbans of the giant Jin statues. Again, about the size of a small. If they were normal-sized statues, you would say they would be the size of a large gem. That would something like that. But this being 30 feet tall giant Jin, they again relative size about the size of a softball or a grapefruit.
Well, you people seem to be really masters at like summoning stuff up. So
I think we know what we need to do with these sockets. We need to put our 5 gems in there. But when's a good time to do that?
Probably whenever no one's standing in the center of the room like I am.
The doors, well, again to the north. For those who are looking into the north door, um, it opens into a magnificent treasure room filled with wondrous things. The back wall is blind. The back wall, 50 feet away, is draped with fine cloth and blazoned with her heraldic crest. The room is 40 feet wide, the ceiling 60 feet above. Treasures and coins built from fine wooden chests and delicate pottery.
Yeah, there's a lot of treasure up here. Maybe we should grab this first before we do that. But first, I think a thief should look for traps.
I think it is a trap. Well, Reno will get out of the doorway and let the thief go forward and deploy the thief.
Thief
Deploy the
deployed.
thief.
Thief deployed. But the guy's pockets.
I already
Guy
searched
is
his pockets.
yeah, nothing in the guy. Hence the supreme look of joy and shock on his face.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too. So he managed to get this door open right before he died, and he was really happy about seeing what's on the other side.
Yeah, um, he basically died of a heart attack.
Do I have to actually cast detect magic, or can I just sense detect
You,
magic, or a
you
little bit of
want to
both,
cast detect magic?
or is it a little bit of both?
You, you have to cast it. You casting that as a priest or as a mage?
It would have to be as a priest.
Okay. So yeah, several things do glow amongst the myriad of treasures. There's a nice sandalwood wand, several potions, um, let's see, a two-handed sword, a
Ooh.
quartz crystal ball, a large round shield, a set of scale mail, a morning star, and let's see here, what other things? And a standard scimitar. It's also glowing, and there's a small um, copperish band also glowing.
Finally, finally, a magic two-handed sword. Kalu Kalay. I'm back in the sex change business, ladies. The anal sex change type.
You're having your anus changed?
Nope, but lots of other people are. Oh yes, oh yes. So I spend some time searching for traps.
15
Okay.
And if I find none, I step into the room.
You find no traps.
There's a reason why that man's dead. Just saying.
I'm going to walk right up to that two-handed sword and search for traps.
This is not
A very fine, there's a very fine Damascus pattern to the blade, of the length of the blade. The blade itself seems to have um, serrations, very fine serrations along both edges,
Oh, nasty.
and there's channel cut along the length, going all the way down to the cross hilts.
Mmm.
Sounds like a flam blurg with a bleeder.
No, these are almost these serrations are almost very fine.
I'm going to pick it up.
We're talking maybe 6, 7 serrations to an inch.
Oh wow!
Very light in your hands.
What is this shield made out of?
A combination of wood and metal.
call to Jared. So you got the sword. Why don't you come back out now?
But I've got to play with it a little bit, and I hold it to
You
my
can play with it
groin.
out here.
I hold it to my groin as though it were like an extension of my pintle, and I do hip thrusts with it, like towards
You're
people,
doing the time
Oh,
warp.
like really
it's
You're
threateningly,
doing the time warp.
and I get a big
It's
smile on
definitely
my face.
definitely a lot easier than with your normal sword. It seems to give off almost a dark red, pulsing, slow pulsing glow.
I think it's
Ooh.
connecting itself.
Yeah. buffering, buffering,
Oh,
buffering.
the buffering. I'm still detecting magic. Do I see anything different about the sword? Is it radiating
Nope.
anything different?
You do know that it is magical. You're getting two different readings off of it. At once, it seems to be of a minor enchantment, but there is something else to it that you just can't seem to determine.
It's attached to its crotch. Is that it? Just guessing. So, Jared, I just want to see if you can come out. You can come out here and play with it on the statue. There's a statue over there.
Oh, okay. I guess I shall go behind the statue and do some hip thrusts towards its anal cavity area. Sword in place of my pintle.
Yeah,
And Rita will inform the rest of the group. There is a reason why there are many half elves.
well, it does. It's a statue, but what are we expecting? Doesn't happen.
All right, so Rena will go in and make her way to the wand and the crystal, wherever that happens to be.
Okay.
And I'll go in and
I heard my calling.
I'll go in and take a look at the copper band.
Okay.
Since that's about all I can use. Is the morning? I'm guessing the morning star is metal.
Yes.
I probably can't even use the copper band, but it's not armor, so
No.
fine.
And the Morning Star is also a Damascus pattern.
Yeah.
The shield. The shield is exotic.
It still has metal on it, so I'm not even gonna go near it.
Who's going near the
I
shield?
think, no one. I think Dargar should, but I can't because it has metal on it.
Yeah, I can use a shield. I've got a shield already, though.
Yeah, but something tells me this one is a special
This
shield.
Do you
one's
have a magical shield?
No, I don't think I've got a magical shield.
Yeah. Plus the scale mail, if that's
The
better armor.
the scale mail. If you look at each of the individual scales of the mail itself, are Damascus patterned.
Oh yeah, I do have a magical shield already.
How about scale mail armor?
I'm wearing chainmail, and it is. I do have armor as a skill. I could check out the scale mail. Is it any better than my +1 chainmail? That's 25% lighter than usual chain.
No.
Okay.
If nobody's going to lay claim to that shield, then I'll grab the shield.
And even though it does appear to be made of wood and metal, after you grab it, you realize that it's not.
What's it made out of?
You have no clue. But it's definitely not wood, and it's definitely not metal.
Well, if it's not metal, then I think the only requirement for a druid is that it has to be natural. So,
And it's definitely not natural.
well, then that still keeps me out of the running for. So that's cool. You got that. You rock
No,
that.
why don't you try that and see if you can use it?
Sure. I
So-
will see what the shield does in the hands of a druid. Can I use it?
You can. Seems all right.
Doesn't make me feel bad as a druid.
It definitely does not feel natural. It doesn't have that feeling, even though it looks like it's made of metal, made of wood. It doesn't have that feeling. You don't feel the wood grain. You don't feel that it was alive. You don't get the sense that anything apart from the shield was living.
Well, specifically says to use
Or
only
natural.
natural. It says use only natural armor. So unless unless it's natural, I can't use it. So I'll give it back to you.
Thank you.
Yep. I'll just hang on to this copperish band. And who wants to use the scimitar?
Ooh. Looks like it's right up your alley, Mr.
I
Druid.
can't. I'm a druid. Druids can't use scimitars.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
And we don't know
It's like
why.
it's like
I
the
didn't
only
know what a scimitar was.
it's
Wait,
like the
wait,
only
how
good
can they use
weapon they could.
scimitar?
It's one of the
It's-
weapons they can use.
It says
Oh.
deliberately in the description
Yeah,
in
it
the
does
player's
say it,
handbook.
All right. Fine.
They
then
can
I'll
use
pick up scimitar.
kopeshes and scimitars as swords, and that's it.
Is it a strong enchantment on the scimitar?
A little bit of both. You're gonna medium. Oh, you know, it is a strong enchantment.
Ooh.
Okay. Cool. I guess I'll use that with my shield. That's fine.
And since I've got a detect magic up, I will, of course, translate and transfer whatever I discovered. Right now, I'm looking at the wand. The sandalwood wand.
It's tipped with a. It seems charred, but it's got a red stone as a tip.
Engravings, magical carvings.
Flamish elements.
Flamish elements. That could be interesting on its own. There's also an orb over here.
That now you just see it's just a crystal ball.
Yeah.
I believe someone grabbed that already.
Did the mage grab a crystal ball? I'll grab it for him if he didn't come in to grab it, and walk back out and hand it to him.
I think it's an NPC mage.
Oh no! Well, there's another mage here.
Yeah,
There's a
didn't
NPC.
the shadow elf cleric mage
He
grab
quit.
that?
I thought he
That
quit.
that one quit. Yeah, that one quit.
But we have another one.
Yeah. That's
That's
the new. That's
Rena.
Sin.
Rena,
That's
yeah.
Rena. Hey.
That's her. That's her. She's speaking. She's the one that
Oh.
picked it up originally. She thinks that there's another one outside, and there's not. Just the NPC mage who's outside.
Oh,
Oh, I know. The druid was saying he was gonna split.
Yeah, I'll switch over later. I'm not there yet.
All right. Well, I'm not handing the crystal ball to the NPC mage. I will examine it.
so we got the scale mail and morning star and scimitar. Any takers?
I thought.
Scimitar has a home.
Yeah, Trisha was going to take
Oh,
the scimitar.
gosh. So just the scale mail and morning star.
Yeah, I can
Eh.
use those.
Well, I'll throw it in my backpack and see, sell it, I guess, for the group.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are we selling?
The scale mail and Morningstar.
I'm sure somebody can use the.
That sounds perfect for a cleric or something.
I'm not proficient with a morning star. I picked the staff and the dagger.
The one person that had the Morning Star is no longer here.
Ah. Hmm.
Brathlemere had the Morning Star.
So,
Mm.
you're grabbing anything else out of here?
Well, I think we
Eh,
grabbed the
and
magical
there's a
stuff.
and there's a boatload of coin.
Did anyone bring? You know what? Don't worry about it. I need a few minutes to restudy a spell, and we can have all the stuff cleaned up.
A boatload of coin. Oh my god.
I finally get a magic
Um,
2-handed sword. I'm like
there.
almost level 9.
Does anybody have a
Yeah.
boat?
Aha.
Damn.
Well, sort of.
Perhaps we should get some beasts of burden in return for the coin.
She said she can get the coin. Why do we need a return?
Ah, she can get the coin.
So, how do you work rope trick, Mark?
As stated,
So, does the dimension room does it shift with the rope if you move the rope, or does it just stay in that one specific spot for 6 hours, 8
the
hours?
as long it doesn't shift as the rope basically as you see in cartoons with the Hindu guy snakes are trick with the rope. It's the rope
All
climbs
right.
up, becomes rigid, anchors the dimensional spot,
All right. So it's not
and
the
once you can
dimension
pull the rope,
position will not change.
you can pull the rope up, and the dimensions stays that little dimensional pocket stays in place.
Yeah. Well, the book isn't extremely clear about that.
Yeah, but you find let's see here, 93,000 copper, 9,300 copper, 6,400 electrum, 17,100 silver pieces, 12,400 gold pieces, 2,250 platinum, and 20 100 gold piece value.
Well, anybody bring any sacks?
I've got 3 sacks.
The man wants to talk jazz.
I have 2 sacks in my inventory, so I guess start with the valuable stuff, load it up.
Grab all the platinum.
The biggest problem is going to be the weight, though.
Yep, 10 coins to a pound.
So, like, I can't carry hardly any.
Or didn't have any strong fighters or something.
Maybe we can hitch a wagon to somebody. Maybe before we
Do we-
carry all these coins, we should make sure we're not going to have to battle anything.
Well, do we have a wagon?
No.
Not here. The party does, but not here.
Can we build a wagon?
Does any of the wizards have teleport?
Probably not. It's kind of high level.
Yeah, it's fifth. Okay.
Nobody has a bag of holding.
Maybe let's leave it until we put the gems into their appropriate sockets, and then we'll deal with it.
Well, I'm thinking after we do that, we may not have time to deal with coin, honestly.
We're not going to be able to fight very well if we're carrying them. We're encumbered to the max.
But if we leave it by one of the exit portals that we're going to take the way out, And now, at least if we have to run, we can grab it on the way out.
Slowing us down.
If we leave it by the portal?
Okay, Mark, how many gems are there total? Like, how much would all the gems weigh? I see the gold piece value, but that doesn't tell me how much they weigh.
They're 100 gold piece value, so maybe they're standard size. Probably 2 pounds for the all for 20.
2 pounds for 20?
Yeah. Yeah, there's 20 100 gold piece gems there.
So, 20 100 gold piece gems. Or is... So who has the biggest strength on the party?
That would be me.
And what's your strength?
1899.
Whoa, Conan.
Oh wait, that's right, because we have that cool.
Yeah.
It was great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk me into giving it to him.
It was great. I guess good. That's all. All right. So you, sir,
So,
you can carry all the gems by yourself, or all the platinum pieces by yourself.
Well, I'll definitely take those gems by myself.
Okay.
So-
And then between the rest of us, I think we can get the platinum.
so carrying the gems, I was just going to summon up a horse, a big draft horse, and let it carry it
How long will that last?
on. 8 hours.
That could be useful for like the other gold and stuff too, though, right?
Oh,
I can easily carry the gems without even.
Well, you'd probably want to carry the gems. They're the most valuable, no doubt.
ladies and gentlemen, I also have this trident that someone may have if they wish. It is a trident +1. It's a wonderful polearm. It does plenty of damage when used two-handed.
Why do you have a trident?
Why wouldn't you?
Because I didn't have a two-handed sword.
So, is the skeleton not moaning by now? Did you get him good?
What's that?
You were doing naughty things to the skeleton.
Oh.
The statue, yes. He's probably got a hole, like, in his ass crack now.
I'm sure when he comes alive, he's going to appreciate that.
Good. I'll just have to kill him even harder. I mean, anally sex change him even harder. Seriously though,
nothing not safe for work.
seriously though, does anyone want a trident +1? Because I can't carry it anymore. Now that I've got this two-handed sword. Cricket.
To be honest, I can't use it, so sorry.
What about one of the NPCs?
The NPCs might be able to carry it. I don't know what they have.
Nope, not what Ariel can use. Nor Fatima.
Fatima could with a proficiency. She's a warrior, right?
Yep, she's a felon.
Yeah, she doesn't. Does she have a magic sword?
Nope.
Okay, she's got a magic trident +1 now, and I think fighters have like a -2 to hit with a weapon that they're not proficient with.
Yep.
With a +1, weapon, it's not quite as bad. What should I call this two-handed sword, Mark?
It has a name.
Vibe.
I mean, on my.
Looking at it, you looking right now. You just know it as a two-handed +1 sword. That's just because of the Damascus pattern.
Oh, okay.
So Rena will look on the sword for any inscriptions or anything else that might be written there. I recall the thief doesn't read.
I'll call it the red glowing two-handed sword +1.
You make out that it's there's a name. There is something carved within the the near the hilt of the blade. Sanguine.
What is the name? Thank you.
Sanguine. Ooh.
Blood. The sword's name is Blood, Sanguine.
Blood.
That's what Sanguine means.
Ooh.
And on the other side,
It's so much fun because I can't read it. Imbimer.
Imbibber? Imbibber.
Imbiber. Drinker.
yeah,
Blood drinker.
Sanguine imbiber.
basically, this is a two-handed sword +1, 9 life stealer. You can get the description for it again.
Oh, that gives off
9
some
lives.
serious dark magic. I should have picked that one up right immediately.
Sounds evil.
No, they're not evil themselves.
Sounds useful.
A longsword of 9
Does a lot
life
of damage.
stealing +2.
Ah, that's +2.
Sorry, it's a bluish sword, not Damascus. So it's a two-handed sword, 9 life stealing +2. The scimitar is a scimitar of dancing.
And I'll take a look at the copper band a bit more.
Ring of protection +3.
Oh, it's a ring of protection. I thought you meant like an armband. Okay,
No.
cool. Well, I think the ring of protection needs to go on like our frontline fighter. Here you go, dwarf.
What? No. You give frontline fighters magic armor and shields. You put
Does
you
he
put,
have
No,
magic
you
armor?
keep it and wear it. You might need it.
Do you have magic armor?
Yeah, I do.
Who here doesn't have magic armor?
crickets.
I'm good too.
Crickets.
Well, I've got leathers.
Is it magical leather?
Possibly. Most likely.
Not leather, it's studded. It's scale mail.
I don't have scale mail on. I've got
No.
solid leather.
No, the other.
The other armor was scale mail. It was magical. Yes.
All right. I guess I'll put it on. If no one else is gonna use it.
How do you feel? Do you feel any different? Do you feel cursed? Can you take it back off?
I'll take it off.
You can take it off. You feel somewhat squishier, more squishier than you had it when you had the ring on.
Oh, see? I'll go ahead and put it back on.
Yeah,
The squishiness returns.
don't feel so squishy after all.
See? Good stuff.
Squishiness intensifies.
Is that the druid putting it on?
Yeah.
Yes.
I gave it to try to give it to the fighters. I mean, the rogue. Do you
Never.
have plus armor?
Never give rings of protection to fighters. Why?
What about the rogue? Do you have plus to your armor?
I am a fighter thief, so I have magic armor and a magic shield.
Okay, so you have
I'm
magic armor, magic shield. So
I'm
you
wearing
can
a
use it.
magic buckler.
No, I
The
didn't.
the shield itself is a +5 shield, but because the +5s are exotics, this is similar to most of modern day riot shields.
Ooh, a body shield. Nice.
No, it's a round shield, but the
Mm,
material is more like the ballistic material that today's ballistic shields or riot shields are made of.
mm,
Hence, not being natural.
Which is
mm.
why a druid can't use it.
Yep.
Damn it.
So the Pally didn't want that.
I have it.
Yeah, the dwarf has it.
No, the Shadow Elf has it.
The
Oh,
fighter.
Shadow Elf. Sorry, Shadow Elf. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Does the dwarf need it? I don't usually use shields.
The wand is a wand of fireballs.
I got big balls.
Who's got
I'm
the
already using a +2 shield. I don't know.
This
What was the bonus on that?
+5.
Oh wow.
Um,
Yeah, I could switch out my +2. Does somebody want a +2?
Yeah, I'll trade you the +5 for the +2 if you want. Because as I said, I don't usually use shields.
Okay.
is your +2 wooden or is it metal?
Good question. It's just a small shield. I don't know if it's metal or wood. It's got to be probably a combination of both, I think.
Okay, then I can't use it. That's fine. Very, very niche weapons and armor that I can use. That's why I'm asking, and that's why I'm offering the ring to someone who could use it as well, especially like someone in the front.
Mark, is the shield usable by a dwarf, or am I too small to use it?
It is a round shield, a medium-sized round shield,
Okay.
similar to a Viking shield.
All right. I'll give Zanwar the +2 shield that I'm using and switch to a +5.
There we go.
That's huge, by the way. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can lead.
What's your AC now?
That's gonna make my AC like -3, I think, or -2.
Mark, was that one of fireballs? Was that 8d6 or 66 or 12d6?
Doesn't say. So I'm gonna go with the standard.
I don't
Uh,
remember if the standard is 6 or
it's the 6,
12.
I believe. I believe it is 66. I know scrolls are usually 66.
Yeah, they're different. It's like staff is like.
Let me check.
I got the DMG up. I can look too.
Wand of fire, not fireball.
That's even cooler. Thank you.
No, it is a wand of fireball. Um, and but it doesn't list the wand of fireballs in the DMG. Um,
At the very beginning, it should talk about all wands go off at X level, and I just don't remember what that is. Right before it talks about magic items.
so let me take a look here. One other item, one other place. See if I can find it.
That is an unsubstantiated rumor, and how did you know that? How does he know that? What do you... What are you? Huh? The Russian spy, man in black? Is that like little wrinkly?
Wand of fireballs. 66.
Rechargeable?
Yes, by a wizard of at least 8th level. And I'll be right back.
Now, I wasn't listening too closely to when Mark was describing what this +5 shield, the material it was made out of. Did he say some sort of composite?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
plastic,
basically.
like a hard plastic, like the riot shields that
Or
SWAT
Kevlar.
uses,
Oh, okay.
or Kevlar. Yeah, sure.
So hi, I'm Rena. We've got Jar.
Hello, Rena.
Got who's the hippie slayer with a huge two-handed sword.
Now
Yes,
he's
because I'm
gonna
pop
change his name.
fighter.
He's gonna change his name now.
I did. It's Jer the
And
Hippie
likes
Slayer.
Spinel sucks. And Dargar.
Yes.
Dargar, you're a shadow elf.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, I ran into the bathroom. Sorry, I told you I'd be right back.
And Trisha.
Yep, that's me. You see a little halfling female.
And your profession, ma'am.
I guess you could say I'm just a dealer of fine items.
What the actual fuck? What the actual what?
And Zinwar. I take it you're dwarf.
No, I'm a shadow elf fighter.
Yuka, did you not
Dargar's
Who's our
the
dwarf?
dwarf
Dargar.
fighter.
you look like a fucking snail? Hit!
His picture does not look like a dwarf fighter.
Hit! Yuka, you're awfully quiet. What do you believe? She saw it! She saw it! We all saw it! You may not be saying anything, but she saw it! No one saw anything because that's insane. Probably shadows from the flashlights or something. Antenna?
I have yet to get on my spells sorted, guys. I really don't. But I do have the mount spell, which would produce a big draft horse.
Take off the hat.
So we could load up the draft horse with stuff if we have bags and stuff to put on it.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
But that's not something I would carry in my normal inventory, so that's going to have to wait for me to sleep and relearn spell.
You need to consider if it's worth the irreversible remorse.
Okay. Get that sorted away. And what you guys going to do now?
Are we gonna? What are the scale mail and Morningstar? Someone figure out what those
So
were.
I think we're gonna take the cash and we're going to move it over towards one of the portals. It doesn't matter which one. Areas like right in front of the room, and that way it's there for ease of leaving. And then we can come back here and get ready to insert the gems.
You take several hours doing that because of all the gems, but of all the coin. But
Creating an escape plan where we can run with the money.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep, a halfling always wants their cash.
Are we going to leave all the copper?
Only if we can't take it, I guess.
Depends how much that draft horse can carry.
Mark, so what we're talking about is I'll summon up a mount, a big draft horse.
okay.
And actually, somewhere it does say how much the animals can carry.
Well, we're looking at, let's see, 9,300 or 930 pounds in copper 640 pounds in electrum.
So I'm not counting the copper.
Okay, so 640 pounds of silver, 1,710 pounds, and 1 pound, I should say, of silver, 1,204 pounds of gold, 225 pounds of platinum.
Well, if we're not leaving by way of portal, I could cast mount several times. So again, moving is not really that big of an issue. I don't know. Maybe the DMG says how much the draft force can carry.
It will be in the monsters manual.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is it the same as 1E?
I don't know. Hang on 1 second.
Do you have purple
I
worm?
don't.
Do you have purple
I normally
worm?
play 1E.
Do you have purple worm? Do you have access to purple worm?
Purple worms.
Yeah.
Purple worm, the website.
It looks like the draft can carry 520 pounds and go at 1/3 speed. Yeah.
Let's see. Full is 260, 390, 520.
Mm-hmm.
So purple worm has everything you need to run generic second edition D&D except for the
A few stat
humanoids.
books.
Yeah, humanoids handbook, barbarians handbook, and ninjas handbook.
Wonder why it's missing those.
I have no idea.
They were published after the core rules set came out.
Oh, that's right.
Worm,
Yeah.
Purple Worm is using the books from the core rules
Yeah.
CD.
Yeah, the one that came out in '94.
Well, I can also summon
Core
a
Rules
heavy
2.
warhorse.
Yeah, they're using core rules tools. So.
Yeah, heavy warhorse carries the same amount.
Nope,
so
they carry
it's
better, more. At least they should.
Well, the heavy warhorse was a draft horse.
Yep, it's the same. 520 and 520. I'm looking at here. So the fighter who has the 1899, he can carry all the gems, and then the draft horse can carry the platinum and some of the gold.
And then I can bring up another horse. Did you guys not come with any mounts? How did you guys get here?
I believe we rode camels part of the way.
Yeah, well, this tomb is they're actually shrunk down in pulled into this tomb.
Oh, well,
which is in itself in another plane, which is in itself in another plane of existence.
Oh, all right. So I didn't fly. So where did I leave my my flyer at?
Did I say you're gonna get it?
Yes, you did.
No, I said think about it. Because that thing is huge.
Well, its wings are huge. It's not that huge when it's flopping around on the ground.
Okay, for us to get everything but the copper, we need 8 war horses. Everything but the copper.
Probably leave the copper.
And that's not.
Yeah.
We're obviously going to leave the copper, but we're also going to leave other stuff and make trips or something because.
Why don't we leave the
we
silver?
Can divvy it up.
Yeah.
We can divvy it up amongst different people.
So after 8 war horses, I'm not sure if I can summon that many horses.
I'm not super greedy. Why don't we just leave the copper and the silver, and just take the gold and the the gems and the platinum and the goodies,
Oh,
and
there's the other magic user too. Hold
call it
on,
a
there's
day.
the other magic user. The NPC magic user. So does he have
I don't
mount?
know. Mark
Yeah.
would have to tell us if the other NPC magic user has mount.
Nope, nope. She don't care.
That's why she's not getting the crystal ball.
Yeah.
She goes over, item, 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 item.
I don't have that spell because I'm a druid.
Well, she does.
Yep. So you can put it all into
Yep.
bags,
And
cast item.
you see bits of good portions of coin transform into
Paper,
bits
pick
of
it up.
actually um, a lady's delicate handkerchief with it's embossed with coins on it. Picks them up,
Well,
folds it, puts it in her pocket.
well, if we put them into bags, then she can transform the bags into the item stuff. Yeah, I don't have that spell.
It's one of the best spells ever for transporting anything.
When you're up level, that's a 4th level spell, isn't it?
Third
Oh, it is only 3rd.
level. Yep. I get it at next level in the other campaign though.
Yeah.
Is that
So
the
okay,
Saturday?
cool. Item will work. Yeah, that's the Saturday one. Middle of the day, awesomest time ever.
Yeah, for my European players.
Yep, it works perfectly for me.
I wish I could play
You're running your
on
own.
Saturday,
You're running
but
your own on that game.
I'm running my own. We were going to switch to Sunday, but the guy who couldn't really show up Saturdays finally he finally quit. He was my last original player. Yeah, for the campaign. Started with like 9 or 10 guys, 9 or 10 people. I forgot my girlfriend behind me was one of the originals as well.
Okay, so the item spell lasts for 24 hours when
Yep.
cast by her. So that's awesome. We can go ahead and get that all taken care of so we don't even have to carry anything, no draft horses. And now we can worry about the gems. Yay.
You just gotta worry. You just gotta worry about what happens at the end of 24 hours when almost a ton worth of coin comes spilling out.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
get to that
several.
when we get to that.
I should say, tons of coin comes spilling out.
Mhm.
Yep, we'll get to that when we get to it.
All right, problem solved.
Yep. So okay, now on to the nice area in the middle. So, who's putting what into where?
Um,
Don't ask Jer. We know what he's putting in, and we know what he's putting
Yeah.
in where.
I've got a baldric that I hang my sword on.
Jer, just want you to know that I think we need to do the gems. Are you up for it?
Let
I
me
can't
check.
climb up those things.
Let me check my.
Can you climb?
I'm fairly decent at climbing, being of the roguish variety.
And we have the halfling as well, right?
Feet
Oh, I
tall.
don't climb. Sorry.
Yep, 30 feet tall.
So we throw a rope around the neck, then we haul you up. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
Maybe we start with the ones that are on the ground.
Where would be the fun of that? Besides, if something happens, I'm pretty sure the thief does not want to be up on top of the 30 foot in the air when something happens. Like
They might want to be. It might be
like
safer.
laser beams going between the crystals and they're in the middle. Yeah, that's right.
So my next question is, how do we know what gem goes where?
The riddle didn't say that. It just said replace them, right?
Oh,
Yep.
it can't be that easy.
Well, how is it with the other ones? Since you guys have already.
We
Every
literally just plugged them in. There was really no order.
yeah,
Well, then why would this one be any different when you already did
Sure.
it with it?
It probably
Let's
won't
just
be.
start plugging them in.
Yeah,
Let's start plugging them in.
willy nilly.
okay.
All willy nilly, but let me make some climbing checks first. You said they were 30 feet
What?
tall, Mark?
Yeah, yeah. So 9 checks all if you want to do time.
Well,
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll throw the rope around the neck and haul him up. So he really doesn't even have to do climbing checks. Just finesse himself to the hole, right?
Uh,
You don't even need to do a check because these are statues are able to free climb them. Uh, gain gain handholds within the sculpted clothing and the arms and whatnot. So
okay. Then we plug them all in willy nilly.
yep.
So I guess I would be near the head of one by the time we plug in the last one.
As the fifth and last star gem is placed, a dull throbbing starts to build. Suddenly, the sizzling sound of lightning. The pillar of light splits into 3 beams from the ceiling. Each beam shines on one of the star gems in the statue's turbans. These reflect the light to the other statues, forming a pyramid of light around the platform, which
Mia
pulsates,
steps outside the pyramid of light.
in the rhythm of the throbbing sound.
Hey, Jer, the
It's
statue remembered you.
alive.
A crack like thunder fills the room, and 2 more beams of light shoot down from the ceiling, striking the star gems at the skeleton's head and foot. These bathe the bones in reflected beams, playing over them in ever increasing speed. The throbbing increases to ear-deafening pounding, and a keening moan of rushing wind begins to build, ending sending shivers down your spine. The ancient bones stir, and then, in a brilliant flash from the gems, as it at its head and feet, the skeleton rises and spins into a blur. When the spinning stops, a live man stands upon the platform, though dressed simply and now crownless. His gentle face and welcoming gestures tells you that he is Martek, returned from the dead.
Martek, put some clothes on.
Oh,
You're gonna get cold.
Looks like he's already cold there, buddy.
Thank thee. But pray, what tookest thou?
Oh, you know, there were lots of challenges along the way, fraught with danger. So that's what kept us. You know, mainly that. Plus, some of the puzzles were a little difficult. And we were captured, of course. That happens sometimes. So, you know, all that together, plus a little bit more that I can't quite remember because my memory was wiped. And, you know, all that added up equals what kept us. Pretty much, in a nutshell.
Ah, well, I do have some time before I deal with that Paja. Oh well. You see, the sphere of power is my knowledge and
Hmm.
wisdom. And I can tell that apparently you came here looking for a sphere of power. Oh well, I guess the centuries must have shrouded that legend.
Yeah, a lot of the legends were pretty shrouded. We had to like learn a new language and stuff. You know, decipher a bunch of like weird hieroglyphics. You
Yeah,
know, shit like that.
and as you guys are talking, he's basically giving you guys a tour of the sanctum. You know, guys, like you've been before.
Oh, by the way, so we've got a little business with this like Ifrit. Wonder if you knew how to kill the shit out of him.
Don't worry, I will deal with him. I will,
Okay,
I will finish with him. I'll banish him forever, and he shall trouble the mortal coil no more.
cause that would be super great. You know, saving the world and everything. Kind of fun. Yeah.
And then there was the thing with the gen, right? Did you tell him about the gen yet?
You mean the Ifrit?
Well, no. You guys then summoned the Jinn to go and he's chasing the Ifrit.
Mm, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys released two things, right? One of them is chasing the other one.
Well, here, well, it's time. The time has come near. Please. He takes to one of those little small octagonal rooms. Think of a place you want to be. Say the words, and step through the portal. I will. I will leave as soon as I'm done with this. With what I must finish.
Ah.
So you don't need our help.
The help was needed to bring me back from from the land of the dead. But only I can defeat the Paja.
All
I
right.
bested him once. I can best him again. This time for good.
Just in case things go a little bit south.
They shall not go south. I have Al Kalim's blessings upon me.
Hmm. Thanks. Those sound like pretty neat blessings.
Okay. Let us depart. What city did we want to go to?
Um. Let's
Where's your
see.
guys' main city at? Where's your main home city?
Karamikos?
That yeah. There are a couple. You guys were a couple cities that there was.
I mean, I kind of want to see the fight against the Ifrit, you know? It'd be nice to, like, be somewhere. Damn. Oh well.
Ask him.
I already
Why
did
not?
kind
Why
of.
don't you just ask him?
Um, Hawk, Mr. Cricket.
Marquette.
Uh, where might we go to see the fight against the Ifrit? You know, for a little closure. You know, just little bit of satisfaction. You know, some of my friends died because of him.
Must observe. Please, do not interfere. I do not need to be distracted.
Hmm. Okay. Fair enough. Whatever. Let's see. Uh, what was the name of that coastal city where, what's his face? Senero had his ship.
Specularum?
Was it Specularum?
No. I think you're talking about the city on that one, of the Hellskier at the Island of Dawn, or one of those.
Hmm.
What's one of the major cities that we could go to?
There's several. There's Hiatus City. There's a Specularum. There's Darkin. Um, there's Glantry City. There's Alarm City. Most, yeah, for Well, funny thing is, that a lot of a lot of capital cities were named after the countries themselves.
Mm.
uh,
What is the best place to go to buy some really good magic items?
Oh
places.
yeah.
There's two known places at this time. There's Galantry, which is a magocracy run that's ruled by the council of 13 mages, wizard priests, and then there's Alphasia, which is an empire, who's also ruled by an empress, and every noble is a spellcaster.
Mm.
Have has the party been to either of those locations?
I think we've
They've
been to
been to
Alphasia.
Galantry briefly.
Oh really? Okay.
Which one?
Galantry,
Which one?
Blanchard.
Blanchard.
yes.
So why don't we go to the other one?
And you've
Oh,
actually been
Alphasia.
in Alphasia too when you were in that
Tank.
Norwald
Mm.
area with when you went dragon hunting and had the excursions. And,
Yeah.
So since you've done stuff in that one, then let's go to the one that you haven't done stuff in.
Yeah. Glantry it is.
okay.
Time
And
to step through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Glen.
A brilliant flash surrounds you as you step into the wall. Blindingly white light softens to a blue color. You're in a bubble of soft glass, turning slowly. Nearby, you see the other members of your party in their own bubbles, also floating through the blue mist. Martek's strong and powerful voice speaks into your mind. Behold the prophecy fulfilled. Look upon the fruit of your courage and determination. The blue mist starts to change into the sky. The vast desert of Elarm stretches out 1,000 feet below you. Your sphere floats quickly toward the huge billowing clouds on the horizon. After only a breath, you are in those clouds, safe within your floating sphere. The clouds suddenly part. You're floating above the center of a raging battle storm. Eldaroth, the Jin Vizier, stands like a giant on the desert sands. His outstretched arms command a gale of wind and ice. Not far from the Jinn, the evil Ifrit Paja, Helicarsis, calls down a wave after wave of flame and lightning. A small figure appears suddenly between the Ifrit and the Jinn. It is Martek. Robes flowing in the wind, Martek taps his staff upon the ground 3 times. 3 thunderclaps, like voices of doom, sing across the desert. The wind and flames stop. The Ifrit looks down at Martek in surprise and fear. Martek speaks, saying, Calitharius, I call thee by the power of thy name. The day of thy doom is prophesied, so shall it be. The voice of the Ifrit rumbles like distant thunder, supplying, Martek, are you here now? Or is this but another one of my fears come to haunt thee in a dream? Leave me to my vengeance. Martek answers, calmly saying, Nay, Ifrit, no mere battle for thee this time. Thou hast wasted thy powers upon the desert, and this good Jinn. Thou hast nothing left to fight my command. The Ifrit raises his arms in anger and fear. His horrible screech pierces the clouds. Martek too raises his arms as Martek speaks again. The fiery Ifrit bursts into a million streaks of flame, darting madly through the world, through the wind. A horrendous crash of wind and thunder throws desert sands about your bubble, blocking your vision. Your bubble's moving again. and the desert sky is changing to a soft blue mist once more. Martek's voice comes to you again. The desert is returned to its people. Yefrit is no more. One final gift I give to you, though you may not feel it's true, a true one. Those people whom you have met on this quest will remember thee no more, and you are free to travel the face of the world as you want, making thy way with no prior guide prejudice. All of whom you tell this tale will believe it to be but a fable. Only you shall know the truth of what you have seen. There are other prophecies to be filled. Farewell, my friends. The blue mist flash into white, blinding you for a moment, and the sphere of glass is gone. You arrive at the place pictured in the wall of Martek's inner sanctum, which is a central courtyard in the heart of Galantry City.
Yay! Yay!
Hey, at least you got your show.
Man, that was like what? It took us like maybe 10 months or something.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Oh gosh,
long
that's
time.
forever.
Yeah,
This
it
was
was.
actually 3 modules,
Yeah,
I through I5, all in one super module.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Like,
Wow.
like I said, when I ran through Tomb of Elemental Horrors, it took me a year and a half.
Note to self and any of the party members who might want to listen: let's not fight that dude ever.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, all he did was talk to the Ifrit, and the Ifrit was like done for.
Yeah. We were never meant to fight him anyways. He's a good guy. He's on our side.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And he's our friend.
Yeah.
Yep. So, wait, if no one knows the tale and no one knows us from our involvement, do you guys get your memories back?
Their memories were wiped from when they were. There was a part of the dungeon that was part of the adventure that was actually a Mobius tower that was time locked. A trap, if you will, if you want to call it that, was that there was an hourglass in one location. If you turned the hourglass over, everything that the character did upon entering the tower, the Mobius tower, was wiped from their mind. They lived everything backwards from when they turned the hourglass over to when they entered the tower. That was the only part of their memories wiped.
Yeah. I just like to say it.
Did you guys make enemies along the way?
No.
Oh,
We kind of just killed everyone that attacked us first, pretty much. So,
yeah, it was a lot of undead. So
yeah. There were some, like, cultists or something, like gods that we ended up killing at one of the, temples or whatever because, we were trying to get the orbs at the time. And in order to get one of the orbs, we had to make enemies with like just the gods of the temple, I think.
hey Mark, have I been in this since the start, or did I arrive in the module partway through?
I believe you arrived just as they were starting this.
Okay. So from the beginning, is it just me and Jer that are here that were the originally there in the beginning of the module?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you guys ever want to run this, it's the Desert of Desolation. Again, Ice 1 through 5 was originally set in Forgotten Realms. Hence the reference to Cormyr.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, I think I have. I actually own the Desert of Desolation with the picture of the giant blue genie on the front.
so do we want to set up like a headquarters kind of thing for our group, or do we just stay wherever we stay?
So far we don't really have a headquarters. We were gonna have a ship to live in when we still had our leader because he was a swashbuckler and somehow he had access to a ship that he never bought. Um, but I mean, it might be a good idea to buy a ship anyways because I think a lot of the places on the Mystara planet are accessible by boat, like a lot of the big cities, and then a lot of the other ones are at least accessible by river, so we could like canoe up a river or something from the sea.
Mark, Mark, do they have
Yeah, yeah.
airships? Do they have airships?
As a matter of fact, they do.
Why
A
not
big
do an
balloon
airship
airship?
instead of air?
The Empire of Belphasia has airstrips. There's actually a floating gnomish city called Terrain, which has monoplane, biplane, triplane, zeppelins.
So, Jar, I
Zeppelin.
like your idea. I like your idea, Jar, about getting a ship. But instead of a water ship, how about we get an airship?
Probably.
How
I've
much does
just
it
never
cost?
seen them before.
Have you ever looked up to see them?
I like the airship idea.
You've seen airships when you, Jer, when you were in Norwald. You
Oh,
saw airships. You saw various types of airships.
So,
So where do we go to buy one?
yeah, where's the worst thing that happens if we try to buy one?
Well, we need gnomes to operate it like a crew.
Why don't we buy one and hire a crew? I mean, our adventures, they could be profitable if we were able to do this. Why can't we do that? I just like to think big instead of thinking small.
yeah.
Well,
An airship
if
sounds
we get
good.
if we get like a cargo airship, I mean, we could actually do the shipping with the gnomes as an
Mm-hmm.
actual kind of business, and
Mm-hmm.
then do adventuring when we see something coming up. Does that sound
And
good?
and a cargo ship can carry lots of gold and other loot and livestock.
So I'm okay with a cargo airship, but I still want to have defensive capabilities like big ass cannons and, maybe even aerial mounts for us.
Mm.
So, speaking of aerial mounts, Mark,
I was leading you there, by the way, Rena.
a skin ring, a skin wing. I'm sorry.
Skin ring.
Or two.
Us
Gross.
dwarves don't like aerial mounts.
Nobody asked you.
You don't like griffins?
I really do like that skin wing thing. That actually sounds pretty cool.
What's a skin ring?
So,
Its aim is Star
It's
and
it's a
Mantra.
big reptilian bat. It's
Ugh.
huge.
so
Ugh.
Mark, how much would an airship cost?
I would have to actually look that up. If you want, I believe the costs are in the Champions of Mystara box set.
Oh God, I don't have that.
It's available on the Trove.
Um,
It's
the
available on
Trove.
what?
The Trove.
What's that?
It's a repository of gaming
It's
materials.
in it's in the general chat channel on this server. It's
Yeah,
it's
thetrove.net.
Actually, they changed it.
Yeah, it's not .net
Yeah,
anymore.
let's
it's
not
I
let's not
dot
let's not
is.
let's not say what the Trove is anymore. We're live on
Yes,
Twitch. Yeah.
yes,
So at
Sure.
least we don't have the HTML for the real Trove. Okay. Let's not ruin it for everyone.
yeah. Let's not. Yeah,
Sure, got it. Anyway, so you can look that up and then let us know how much that is. That's cool. That way we don't go into it over here.
Well, there may be more to it than just buying it. We may have to appease some gnome engineers on run it or hire them. Or
Worth
Sounds
it.
fun.
Totally
Sounds
worth it.
fun.
Yeah. Worth it.
Sounds fun to me.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find a budding engineer that we can sponsor into making it for us, and it could be his like lifelong dream to build something like this.
Yeah.
So, I do like the ship idea though.
So right now we've landed in the city of Galantry.
I'm getting the map right now.
Oh, okay.
We
Pretty
need to
big.
know. Yeah, we need to know. Maybe are they for sale in Galantry or no?
No.
Okay, we
Yeah,
might have to travel a bit.
Alphacia is where we want to be. Damn it.
Maybe Mark will let us change the location we teleported into based off of the map and where this is.
I'm already getting the map of the city set up.
All right. I
You're
think I.
you're only 5 minutes into it.
So
Be right
if we
back.
do cargo,
Getting a snack.
if we do an airship and we do cargo and we do weapons when we have a crew, it's going to be very expensive more than likely. So, um,
That's why we do the cargo shipping as a business.
sure, I get it. So we can afford to pay the
So,
crew.
so, so it'll at least pay for itself.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we could be the adventurers that bring in anything extra, and it'll also be a mobile ship or a mobile like hideout or a mobile base of operations, and it's really hard to track down mobile objects. So,
Are we hiding from someone?
uh,
Hey, so in the
as you do good throughout the world, evil always will look for you.
but nobody remembers what we've done, so we're good
No,
there.
not for this task, but our future adventures. I'm pretty sure we won't get a clean slate.
Well, how about if I do like evil deeds for us so we can offset that? Would that work? I'm just just saying.
I'm I think that's up to each
I I, I
individual
I'll take
person to
one for the
answer.
party.
Oh, you'll take one for the party. I like how that
I
works.
I'm trying to find that module. I don't see it. The mysterious.
Um,
Is
the
it a
champions of Mystara.
Mark,
Yes.
the first thing I would like to do is go to a temple and atone.
You should do that.
No, I have to do that because of a dumb book.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. You're in Galantry? You're not going to find one.
Well, we'll have to travel. I thought we were gonna figure out where we need to go for the ship and ask you if you could let us go there for the ship. Instead of
AFK.
going to Galantry. I think that was what we were planning on doing. That way we could go for the ship. Oh, this is Galantry.
Yep.
Okay, what is the city that we needed to go to?
Got Galantry. Basically, you want to go to Alphacia. There's places there.
No. I mean for the ship. Where's the place that we had to go for the ship?
For Skyship. Well, there's the city of Serene, um, which is a floating city. There is the Empire of Alphacia. Um, they have skyships. There's the Helden Freeholds, which are run by a militaristic religious order of knights that have their own skyships.
Which one will sell their ships?
Serene.
That's the one that we would have liked to go to, if that's possible.
Yeah, if I can find it.
That's definitely where we're probably going to spend the bulk of our money to get the ship. I don't know if we'll even have enough, to be honest with you, but we'll see.
Maybe we can rent one.
yeah, yeah. We'll turn into indentured servants by renting the ship.
Is this the first edition or second edition?
Is D&D Basic.
It's in basic.
Yes.
Oh, and for the city that you're looking for, Mark, has the party been to that city before?
Nope.
That'll be fun.
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
So we're going to a brand new city to everyone in the party.
What city are we going to go to?
The one that sells airships.
Alphasia.
No, actually, you guys are going to go to Serene.
Serene.
Because, there's a couple of cities that have, or countries that have airships, but they may not sell them. So I wanted to make sure that we get the one that sells the airships.
I kind of wish that I own some Mystara material, but I don't. But I'll be checking out the trove later.
I can't find it. I've been all through the basic.
Oh, it'll be under. I could probably find a link to it. It'll be under settings, probably.
Oh, I found the shadow elves. That's cool. That's where I'm. That's what I am.
So you're looking up your family tree, is what you're saying. Got it.
It didn't branch.
You're right. Shadow elves don't use trees; they use shadows.
It didn't branch.
Yeah, I'll have the map up for Serene when I can get it up decently.
Okay, that's fine. So, when we get to the city, I think there's two things that we are trying to do, which is buy an airship, and I need to atone. I don't know what else everybody else needs to do.
You need to tone. What'd you do? Oh my
I read
God.
a book. Read a book. Reading books are bad. That's why you guys don't read, right?
I don't read because the proficiency is not available to my class, and I don't feel like spending 2 fucking slots on reading.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That works.
So, how much is it to atone, Mark?
You're gonna pay for the atonement, huh? Okay. Hang on 1 second.
That's the only way to do it. I can look up the spell level if you'd like.
You could be my indentured servant for a year.
I believe it's fifth level.
It is 5th level. No, wait. No, it's not. That's wizard. Oh, that's wizard. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, you need the priestly version.
Yeah, it's 5th level atonement. Is that 5?
Oh, when did the trove get
Yeah.
full of ads?
Since they moved over to that location.
Wow, there's just ads everywhere now.
Weird.
So, is it okay to use $5,000 from the party fund for me to atone from a book that I touched while out on an adventure?
You should wait before you take your personal cut out of the party funds. Wait till we get it.
I'm not saying this is a personal cut. I'm saying since it happened while adventuring with the party, is it, if anything happens in the future to any of us, is it personal responsibility to pay for stuff like that, or is it party assistance?
I would say yes, with the caveat that resurrection should be taken from the party fund if it's not available to the.
Why have a caveat on resurrection?
Because usually it's not like the fault of the person. Like, you knew what your ethos was, but for some reason
I read a book.
Yeah,
I read a book.
You decided to break it.
No,
or did you personally, as a player, did not know that druids aren't supposed to read books?
No, druids can read books.
No, it wasn't the ethos. It was a book that was alignment attuned that he's not aligned with.
I was looking through the books to try to see if I could figure out anything that would help us with the current situation and figuring out what we needed to do, and that's why I got hit by that. So it wasn't like I did something wrong.
It was a book of gainful conjuration, which is aligned for neutral wizards. Okay, so not just true neutral wizards, but any neutral wizard, lawful, chaotic.
Do we still
Yeah,
have
that's
that? Just asking.
Yeah, we still
And
have it.
so if you're not that, you get hit, and you get hit with the damage, and you must atone for your deeds.
makes sense to come from the party funds for that.
Yes, I didn't do anything bad as a druid. I just was trying to help the party along and got hit with something that I didn't know was a thing. As a druid, I would not have known not to read the books because the
That's
mage character
weird.
wasn't there that week. The mage character wasn't there that week, so I was trying to act as the mage character,
Um,
and I cast detect magic, and I'm like, oh okay, and then
have
yeah,
have you read the description of druids in the Player's Handbook?
they can
He's
read.
more priest.
They can read, but they're barred from using magical items that are written, like scrolls and books and stuff. Did you know
I
that?
did not. No, I did not see that. Why would they be barred from reading a book?
Because they're made from trees.
I don't think so.
Normally they're made from living things like vellum, but
Yeah,
yeah,
the magical books are made from velium, not from trees. And
Magical
the
books can be
fine
made from paper, vellum, parchment, whatever the DM wants them to.
Anything, yeah, anything,
Yeah.
yeah.
and if it's made out of human skin, you probably don't want to touch it.
But I've noticed that in several of the pages from the sages spell listings from Dragon Magazine, especially that were also available with 2E, that there were some druidic tomes, and so I don't think that might be. I'm gonna double check that just in
That
case.
doesn't even make sense. I'm sorry.
Always good to double check.
Maybe it gets like a seashell that has like an audio book in it. You know, so you put it up to your ear.
Okay, got it.
Audible and it's a seashell.
It says so. Druids can use all magical items normally allowed by priests, except for those that are written books and scrolls, and armor and weapons not normally allowed for druids.
Where's this at?
It's in the spells allowed section of the druid's
Okay,
description.
spells allowed.
Oh, there's actually a Mystara Glantry audio CD.
Yeah, it it was for the post Wrath of the Immortals box set for that came out. Galantry Kingdom of Magic. It's really cheesy.
So if I was thinking of doing the druid thing and then dual classing into wizard, right? How does that work if I can't have a book?
No, it says there's a caveat at the end of that. Okay, it says not normally allowed to druids. So there are books and there are materials allowed by druids.
Okay.
It's just that
No.
they're rare.
That
Okay.
that refers
I think
to
that's for armor,
weapons and armor. Yeah,
Yeah.
that refers to weapons and armor. They're
But it
barred from
doesn't
books and
actually
scrolls.
break that up. It doesn't. So it says the way it's written is those that are written and armor, right, and weapons not normally allowed for druids.
Yeah.
So it can specifically say that this is for a druid.
Do druids still have to fight one of their upper
Yep.
level members? They do, eh?
I don't plan on going that high though.
That was interesting.
That starts at like 9th level.
No.
Does it?
It might be earlier, like 7th.
I'm thinking 1E anyway. Never mind.
No, it begins I believe at 9th level.
The prison dodged a bullet. Literally. He got what he deserved.
God, I haven't seen anybody playing a druid in years.
No, it says 12th level.
12th level? Yeah, 12th
Druids,
level.
druids have a worldwide structure. At their upper levels, 12th and above, only a few druids can hold each level.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you got plenty of time to lift weights and get ready for it.
Or not be a 12th level druid.
Well, it's kind of built
Hey,
into
thanks for the
twos,
follow,
too.
Alex.
There's going to only be 3 arch druids and only 1 great druid
Yep.
in each region.
And only
If
one
I do
grand
get to
druid in the
12,
world.
yep. If I get to 12 and I beat the guy, then I get 3 underlings.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan on switching at 11. Why go through the hassle?
Yeah. Plus, you gain levels so
Cool.
fast until 11, right?
Even 12 is quick. It's 300k for 12.
Yeah.
So where a normal cleric it's 900k.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'd be pretty shitty to be a 12th level druid, beat the dude, and then end up becoming a wizard instead, and then they'll be like, wait, what just happened?
Well, you could hold both positions. I mean, that's what dual classing is for.
Yeah. So
You'd just be on, like, extended hiatus
links in the
until you got
Discord.
to level 13 wizard.
very extended hiatus. But no, I once you dual class, you don't become a wizard so you don't become a druid anymore. You don't get XP for druid.
Yeah. But you have to, in order to use your assets from druid, you have to beat your druid level.
Yeah, you have to exceed it.
Unless you
As
want
a
to
mage.
take,
You have to exceed the experience.
yeah, unless you want to take a penalty to your experience for like a whole level or something like that. It's pretty steep.
No, I believe it is you have to beat it with the experience.
No. What you gotta do is you have to exceed the level. So if you go as a level 11 druid and decide to switch over to a mage, until you reach 12th level as a mage, you cannot use any druidical abilities, or you lose the experience points for that adventure. Once you exceed once you become a 12th level mage, you can go ahead and start using your druidical abilities, but you won't no longer advance as a druid.
They are aided by the Onboard Transport Information Network Artificial Intelligence Unit, known as TINA. Copy that. We're standing by. TINA, new communication display. Family.
What year is that Champions of Mystara box set from?
Um, when it was published?
Yeah, just generally, is it from the early 2000s or 1990s?
No, 1990s.
Okay.
1993.
Wow.
There are some limitations on combining the abilities of the two classes, but as long as minimum ability and alignment requirements are met, there are no restrictions on the possible character class combinations. Only humans can dual class. Yeah. Some limitations on combining the abilities of the two classes.
I see here. It says that it reaches a higher level. It does say level, not experience. So
Yeah. And you have to have 15 in the prime requisites of the class you leave,
Yeah.
and 17 in the prime requisites of the class that you dual class into.
Yeah, that's correct.
Scheduled launch at 9. That's a 1-minute window. If we ditch now, we can pop the hatch and be down on the ground in about 10 minutes. You can fly to the 25th floor. If we abort now, this ship suffers a direct hit. If we launch, you at least get the ship out of harm's way. If that shit human race ends in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. But wizard at 12th level needs 750,000 experience. So it's a
Yeah.
long road.
It'll be
Very
yeah.
long road.
But you'll be a wizard that has a metric fuck ton of hit points. Hey, bonus.
No, and spells from both clerical and
Yeah, but
druid.
but until you reach level 12 as a mage, you can't use the druidical abilities.
Yeah. I'm talking about just like the long road to 750k. You have
Yeah,
a lot of hit points.
you'll have your hit points as the druid, which were D8 plus up to a certain point plus your con. And then when you transfer over as a mage, it's a D4 per level.
hmm
Oh, so you found that link for the price on the
It's listed in the book. Yeah, it's listed in this books in that. It's actually 3 books. One is basic. The first book is basically a compilation of all the Princess Arc Dragon magazine articles. The second book is basically about the airships, and there's basically cards a la Spelljammer of various ships, airship types that were encountered by the Princess Arc.
Oh, I guess we'll be looking at experience later after tonight's adventure, right?
Yes, I will do a mass XP dump for this
Yeah,
because
no hurry.
I've really gotten behind on the experience.
No problem. Experience is one of those things that is
Yeah,
tedious to mark
this is
out.
yeah, this is one of those adventures where there's a lot of action at the beginning of the module, but as you progress into it, all the action peters out and it becomes more problem solving.
Exactly.
So you said the Princess Arc is where it is?
The Champions of Mystara is basically 3 books. The first book was basically a compilation of all the Princess Arc articles from Dragon magazine.
I'm guessing we can't buy the Princess's Arc.
No, that's its ship of its own.
Okay.
I have a copy of it on PDF, so I'm gonna pop that up in Adobe.
Damage is not so good against small and medium creatures yet, but I'm killing big stuff. Killing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up to see if there's a better description on the sword, because all the DMG she says it just drains life energy. It doesn't say what, how much.
On a natural 20, it just kills the target if they fail a save versus
Does it kill it or does it
it kills it.
drain level?
It kills. Here's the. Hold on here. Right.
That's what I was gonna see if I can get the actual
Copy.
clarification on that.
And draw the life force from an opponent. Okay, so That's DM caveat because drawing life force could be drawing the actual soul from the body and killing them, or
Right,
draining
or is it
draining
an energy drain of a
draining
level?
levels. Yeah.
So I'm going to see if there's a greater write up in the Magic Encyclopedia Magica. They made
Yeah.
We all signed up knowing it would be 4 years till we came back. We knew during that time that all of our loved ones would wonder the rest of their lives about us or something. What's wrong? We just never envisioned we'd be the ones wondering about them. TMI burn shot in E-minus 6 minutes. Our options? We orbit Earth the rest of our lives. Burn up in the atmosphere when our fuel runs out. Figure that out, Sophie. We drag ran through the command module. Serious design for one.
Okay. So, just reading some of this stuff, just a little like the overseen spellcaster has to be level 27 or higher.
Okay, yeah. So for Mystara levels, okay, for the Beckney levels, once you reach level 12, for every 3 AD&D basic levels, is one D&D 2e level. I do have a chart on that.
So level 12, and then every 3.
You get it equals one AD&D level. So 13, 14, 15 Beckney is level 13 AD&D.
So level 27 would be level 19.
Yeah,
So what's a 36 level?
20th.
No, that's 24 by your math.
Well, hang on. Like I said, I've got to compare.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, holy crap, that's a lot. So I guess 27 would technically be 5 levels, so that's 17. But 36 would be 12 levels, which makes it 24. Now, this is what we have to hire, guys. We have to hire a 36 level spellcaster.
Fuck
It
that.
talks about the cost on page 115.
That's to
I don't
fuel.
think we could ever hire them.
That's to fuel the ship.
What, on page 115?
What's the point? What's the point of that? Is it to fuel the ship or what?
No, it's the mage who holds all the who casts the main spells to get the ship aloft and keep it aloft has to be a certain level.
Ah. So we're not high enough level for an airship yet, because we're not gonna hire a high level mage to keep.
Well, okay, so there's different styles and different sizes, right? So if you're looking to be this huge clipper for your cargo vessel, then yeah, we're talking probably 3 million, 5 million, right? Gold for that.
So there's the level comparison. It's an Excel spreadsheet, and God, so if you want to take a look at that.
Yep, taking a look now.
Page 115 of the
Didn't open it right.
page 115 of the Champions of Mysteria have the cost to enchant and things, but when it comes down to the levels, it just says use the DNG list. Doesn't help very much. I mean, there's the hot air balloons too, dirigibles.
And also PC1, which is top ballista, also goes into that.
And maybe we should just start with some sort of a city headquarters and then work our way up to an airship.
Well, like I said, the airship doesn't have to be the big bada boom. We could do a dirigible, which has very little magic involved in it, and should cost very little. I was trying to figure out if they had an example of how much stuff costs, because that would be nice. A clipper cost X, that sort of thing.
As long as the crew can handle us and doesn't decide to just mutiny and dump us off.
They would never do that, would they?
You never know.
Yeah, I know, it was a joke.
That's why you put your retainers as the captain, navigator, and those things.
Just have to kidnap the mage and steal a ship.
I still don't know why they don't give a sample generic price range.
No, they don't. They actually it goes into the cost of actually doing the crafting of the craft.
But they can give you a sample to kind of give you a rough idea. So what if I want to sell one? What if I want to buy a used one on Craigslist?
Some of all parts.
I'm fine with getting a dusty old castle in the countryside as a headquarters. We'll clear it out. We'll put down some rugs. We'll light some fires.
Or we could steal one.
We could go and clear an old dungeon and make that our headquarters. Everyone gets their own wing of the stone castle.
Yeah, so as you can see, once you hit level 12 and go up, every 3 levels you go up one.
Yeah, I'm trying to open it. It's not working.
Now opening is an
And if
Excel.
we acquire an
No,
airship later, we
I
can
don't have
just.
Excel.
You got Libra or
I got open. I got Office, but it's just not. It's just not saving.
Okay. Let me see what I can do here. I may have to do a link and throw it up on.
It's okay. Should be able to figure it out. I don't know why it's not working.
You can always have an airship landing pad on the roof of our castle.
But that's it for the week. Figure out what we're gonna do. Figure out what we're gonna do next week. As you appear in the um, abandoned launch pads areas of Serene.
Can we say that I got my atonement?
Yeah,
Cool.
this will be the adventure will be a part of that.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to take up time next time trying to track it down. That's all. Alrighty. So, let me see. I'll keep trying to get this open.
Well, if we were looking at doing cargo and maneuvering, we don't have to have the most fanciest magical thing around.
The only way to fly, though.
Yeah, I can see you guys. I can see you guys with a Heldenic Warbird.
Well, so we sign up to crew one, and then we turn and we mutiny. How's that?
Sounds like fun.
But I would say first we should figure out how much is this. How much would it cost?
Well, you gotta remember, their crew is gonna have a 36 level caster on it.
No, you don't have to have a 36 level caster on it. That's what you need to build one.
And to maintain it while it's up in the air.
I didn't see that. Was it? I just skimmed through it. I didn't see that.
Here.
So book 2 of the box set is the designer's manual.
This is radio play in the 1930s. The Martians invaded Jersey. I really love that show on Wild Card.
If you have to have a 36 level magic user, no one's going to even have that for cargo. You can't use it.
Yeah, that'd be.
They're considered overseeing engineers, overseeing specialists, overseeing spellcasters,
Yeah,
assistant
for
spellcasters.
building it.
No.
For building it, I didn't see that as as
the
needing to
DM's
maintain
option,
it.
at the DM's option, flying vessels may have a quality rating, and that quality rating has to be is expressed as QR, and then if the ship gets in trouble, um, you have people on your ship that would keep it from breaking mid-flight, basically. So if you don't want to hire them, you don't have to, but this is what you would have to have to keep the ship from experiencing issues. That's if the DM wants to have QR ratings.
Nah, there's enough. There's enough bookkeeping.
Okay, no QR ratings, and that takes care of the level 36ness, because the 36 gives you an extra 25%. That's all. So
I would
But
be
we'll
happy
pick
with
things
a
up.
big balloon myself, but that's me. And I just thought it sounded cool.
I
This
thought you wanted
adventure.
a giant lizard.
He can land on somewhere. We can build a little platform. Didn't you? Don't you guys watch the anime Dragons? Whatever. They have a big airship. They hunt dragons.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I don't.
Really? It's actually kind of cool.
No.
Oh wait, you mean the one where the dragons don't look like dragons. They have different things, and
Yeah, they're different kinds of dragons,
yeah, they don't
Yep,
look
he is.
like traditional dragons.
and they eat them.
Yep, they do eat them. Correct.
So yeah,
I
that airship's really cool. What is the name of that? Because that is actually kind of a cool airship. Not a big crew. Has maybe 15 people max.
I don't know. But I've got to get going. I've got another engagement to take care of.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you very much for the game. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank
Thanks,
everybody
Mark.
else for sticking in this. I think now that we're all starting fresh with this new set, I think it'll start to get going. Hopefully.
Momentum. Yeah.
Yeah, get going, because coming in at the end is kind of hard, where I didn't know what we were doing or where we were going. So, but
Yeah, it's pretty confusing if you're arriving at the end.
yeah, we arrived, we put in some gems, and it was like done, and I'm like, that those cockatrices almost killed me. So, but yeah, I'm glad to be aboard. I thank you guys for having me. It was fun so far, and I'll see you next week.
And I'll see you two. I'll see you engulfed in the sin tomorrow,
Yes,
1
tomorrow
p.m.
should be
Yep.
Eastern.
fun.
I return
Yeah.
as a paladin.
Yes, tomorrow you're a paladin, and I am a fighter mage.
Yay.
We need to have that talk about your magic using abilities. We really do.
What talk about my magic using abilities?
Resist a deep slide into the abyss.
There's no deep
Yeah.
slide.
It was rather quick, right?
I haven't done anything like that. I've been holding back, as a matter of fact.
Anyways, thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, it was
And
great. Having
wish-
having you here and Dargar is pretty awesome to have the historical factor.
Yeah, I wish that I could have thanked Mark before he left, but he zoomed out. All right, have a good night, guys. See you next week.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Mhm.
Night,
Be safe.
everybody.
And for our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stick around if you want to check out one of my friends, because we're going to rate a channel. And if you like who we are and like what we do, I urge you to explore our links to Patreon and PayPal. PayPal is for one-time small donations, and Patreon is for monthly pledges, including at the $10 level or higher on Patreon. You are guaranteed a spot in my game that I DM on Saturdays from 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern until 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's called the Orb of Solonod Hex, and it is AD&D 2nd edition generic D&D. So it uses all of the splat books. It uses player's option, DM's option, campaign options. You can play as a dragon hatchling. You can play as an undead character. You can play as a celestial. You can play as multiple planescape races, humanoids from the Humanoids Handbook, as well as the traditional races, all the elves, all the dwarves, gnomes, halflings, what have you, humans, half-elves. So if you're looking for a game that sticks to rules as intended rather than rules as written, because there are a lot of nuances in the English language, then this is the game for you. It's been running since June 2016, and we're always looking for new Patreon players, always. And I'm sure the players would love to have you. We play every Saturday, once a week. And again, thank you for watching. We're about to raid somebody. We're going to raid on their parade. Raid! Okay, here is my friend Wicked Studios LLC. Yeah, we love them. This is a great stream. /Wicked Studios LLC. You guys will love this. We'll see you next time. Hey, we'll tune in tomorrow. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.